Good morning. Welcome to the International English Language Testing System. This is the mock trial speaking test conducted by Monu Test Academy. So today I'm examiner. My name is Afghan. This test is divided into three parts. Before that, I would like to ask you some personal questions. I hope you are ready. What is your full name?
My full name is Ahmad Tazar, but you should call me Ahmad.
Where do you come from?
I come from Barishal, but now I live in Dhaka.
Do you study work?
I'm a student of class 9 in Murtu High School and College.
How do you pass your free time?
I pass my free time reading books.
Okay. Which subject do you love or like?
I love science because it is very interesting and there is a lot of new things to learn. Also, I can understand everything through science.
That was the end of our part 1. Now let's move to the part 2. Part 1. Part 1 is about entertainment. Do you prefer relaxing at home or going out in the evening?
I prefer going out in the evening because going out you have to go out sometimes. The evening is very beautiful and there is a lot of people I find fun in the evening. I meet a lot of my friends. Also, the weather is nice then. And I just come from school. I don't really get much time all the time because I go to schools in the morning and I come at the noon. So I don't really have much time. So the only time I get is the evening. So I just go out and communicate with my friends and society in the evening.
Okay. When do you go out for an evening? What do you like to do?
I usually go after I come from school. I come from school at 5 p.m. and I often go like 6 or 7 p.m. when it's kind of dark. And what I do, I ride bicycles or I play with my friends. Like I play cricket, football, or other games like volleyball or badminton. I play a lot of different type of games with my friends. It's just a time to pass. It's just a time to pass your time with your friends. And other than that, I also talk with my friends or I go to a restaurant, eat something with my friends. So my evening is very beautiful and I love time.
Okay. How popular is this with other people in your country?
It is very popular in our country going out in the evening. Actually, if you go out in the evening, you see a lot of people, not only me, you see a lot of people go out and eat something, talk, or either riding a bicycle or playing something. You'll find a lot of people playing. And also there are large fields in our country that really encourages us to play in the evening. So this really makes people play and go out. Also, there are a lot of restaurants in my country, so which really makes people uh, to go out. It encourages them to go out and enjoy the world because the world in the evening is different. It is very bright and beautiful and very busy. And it is because my country is very populated, so of course you'll find a lot of restaurants and a lot of fields. So that is why a lot of people come out in the evening and play or just hang out in the evening.
Okay. So is there any kind of entertainment you do not like? Why or why not?
I hate some people who waste time on different type of things. Like some people do things that are bad in our religion. I hate everything that is against our religion if it's done by someone because we should really prioritize our religion and we should not disobey our religion. We should always remember that what we should do and we shouldn't. So yeah, we see many people smoking or many people doing other things that are not good in our religion. So you can find a lot of things that are not good in our religion in the evening because there are also a lot of bad people that come out in the evening. So you gotta be careful. So I hate those sort of people who break laws and do bad things which are not really nice to do.
Okay. So that was the end of our part 1. Now let's move to part 2. In this part, we will have to talk about the topic for 2 minutes. You have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say. So here's your pen and your card. Your time starts from now. So your time is over. It was happening.
Okay, that is very interesting topic. It is about a friend of mine. Okay, I have a lot of friends in my life and I love them all. And today I'm going to talk about a friend, Ratu. He's a very good friend of mine. I'm friends with him for a long time. I first met him when I was just 10 years old, and you can understand that our friendship is very long. And we often play, we often talk, and we play with each other in the evening. We both of us go out and talk with each other or chat. We also the communication between us is very strong, and we love to talk each other. And I love him because he's very kind, he's polite, he never says any bad words, and he always helps me whenever I need help, which is something most people don't. Because in today's world, most people don't help you. It is hard to find a good person these days, and he is one of those good persons. That's why I like him.
That was the end of part 2. Now listen to part 3. Part 3 is about qualities of friends. So, first question is, what do you think are most important qualities for friends to have?
Um, the most important quality for a friend to have is to be helpful. Friends mean people who help each other, who are always in your need, and who always support you. And if you're wrong, they will fix you, they will try to help you always. That is what we call friend. And I can call anyone friend, but not everyone will help you. Only the one who helps you in your problems, who supports you, who makes you feel good are the real friends. So I think being helpful is a very very important quality of a friend, a good friend, because not everyone is a good friend. It depends on how much selfless your friend is. If your friend is very selfish and always thinks about himself, is not a good friend, and you can never call him a good friend. You can only call those good friends who will always uh, give up everything they have to save you. And if you do the same, then you're also a good friend. I think being helpful and kind is probably the most important thing about a friend. And if you want to be a good friend, you must have these qualities.
Which are more important to people, their family or their friends, and why?
I think both are important, but if you say which is more, then it's definitely family, because family has your mother and father, and you should really respect them, and they're probably the most respectable people in the world. After all, parents are after our God, Allah. So, but still, that doesn't mean you should disrespect your friends. That doesn't mean you should not prioritize your relationship with your friends. You should definitely respect them, but if you say which is more important, then it's definitely family. We often see that some people destroy their relationship with their family just to be good friends with someone, which is not good. Many people just play games and always busy with their friends. They often forget about their family. Most of the people often forget their family, and that destroys their uh, relationship with their mother, father, and sister, brother, which is very important. And you should never forget your responsibilities, because that is a very big responsibility to be with your father and mother and siblings. But you should also respect your friends, because they are the one who will always help you. But you should not forget the fact that your parents are the one who helped you the most, and they will always help you in your danger. So I think yes, family is more important than family. You should not forget about your family because of friends, which is very common to see these days, because most people don't love their family.
Okay. What do you think causes friendships to break up?
There are many reasons, but the main reason is, of course, it's misunderstanding. It also happens to me a lot that I often create misunderstandings with people, uh, and I often lose friends. So, like, if you if you love someone as a friend, and if you do something that you don't want to ever do, and if we somehow think they did it, so you feel very bad that how could you do that? But you actually didn't. So it is misunderstanding which breaks the friendship. It is misunderstanding that creates problem in your relation. It is misunderstanding that creates enemies and rivals. And I think you should really, if we can overcome misunderstanding, then we can have make a very good friendship. And how can you do that? In order to do that, you will need a very strong friendship. Then so good that your friend always trusts you and believes you. So misunderstanding will affect you. But as for you making a new friend, misunderstanding is a thing that always comes in your way of making a good friend. And you often make enemies while you are trying to make friends. So misunderstanding is a major factor of breaking friendships.
Okay, so now I'm gonna ask you some questions about other relationships. What other types of relationship apart from friends and family are important in people's lives and relationship?
Aside from those, I will talk about neighbors. Neighbors are a great protector of us. Sometimes when your friends and family are in danger, when you have no one else, your neighbor will help you. When someone else, someone from another society tries to hurt you or do something bad to you, the society will protect you. The neighbors are like our natural protectors. If you live in a big society, the neighbors will always help you, and you should also respect them. So, in order to make a good relationship with them, because you have to remember that neighbors help can do a lot of things that your friends and family cannot do, like save you from the society crisis, like and many other things. Most people don't prioritize the relationship with neighbors because they don't really care. But we should not forget that neighbors are very important, and we really need good neighbors because it helps us by many ways, and we all know the ways, and that is
Okay, have relations with the neighbors while they changed in recent years?
yes,
How
it
it changed?
changed dramatically. It changed a lot. Now, back in the days, my just at least that's what my parents say, that neighbors used to help each other always, whenever you need food, whenever you need help. But also, it used to happen that if you cook something really good, all of the neighbor will come to your house. Also, people would often invite your neighbors if you're doing something great. But nowadays, people don't really care. They are always busy with themselves. They can't even give their families time, their friends time. Do you think they can give their neighbors time? No, they don't. They are always busy with themselves. So you won't see a lot of neighbors talking with each other. You won't see a lot of people, neighbors, helping each other. You will see a lot of problems. Like you'll often see your neighbor will either criticize you or say bad things about you, but they will never help you now. It's because of you, because you don't really, you never care about the relationship between you and your neighbor. You don't respect them, you don't talk with them, you don't communicate with them. So that's why they don't like you. And it's not your fault because you just can't do that. You just don't have time. Life is not the same as the past. In the past, people had more free time. In the past, people could enjoy life more, but things changed and people can do the same. And of course, the relationships between people will change too. So yeah, it changed a lot. Yes, you still see so many societies where the new relationship between neighbors and people are very strong, but that is very rare these days. And you, as for my society, where we don't talk to our neighbors, neither they do. So yeah, I can say that it changed a lot. Actually, it changed very much, and I think it changed in everyone's life because nobody really prioritizes relationship anymore.
Okay. So how important do you think it is a person to for a person to spend some time alone?
It is very important for
And
a
why?
person to spend some time alone. There are some time in life where you need to think alone. Yes, indeed, you need someone to think about you. Just as I said, you need friends, you need family, you need neighbors to help you. But sometimes you need to help your own self. And that is not something your neighbors or friends or families can do. Like changing yourself, you have to think about yourself. You have to think the problems you have. So then you can change yourself. They cannot. They can only encourage you, help you, but they cannot change anything. It is something that has to be done by you. So Also, there are many times when people are sad or tries to go away from everything, then people really need some time alone. So it makes them feel better, and they feel better, and it is very necessary, especially for teen and teenagers who need a lot of time alone because they are growing and their mindset is also changing. So they need some time alone to think about themselves and get away from world. But it also doesn't mean that I also don't mean that you should always stay alone. You should spend time with your family and respect your father, mother, and mother and siblings. And also you should prioritize other relationships. But still, you should spend some time alone, and it is very necessary. And it is not very of easy to find alone time because sometimes families become a burden. Sometimes friends become a burden. They never let you stay alone, and you feel very depressed. And so I think it is very hard to find some time alone, but it is very necessary to give some people some space. So that is it. That is why I think people should need some time alone.
That also end of our part 2 and also end of our test. Thank you very much to spend your valuable time with us.
Please subscribe to like our presentation.